I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Gorm thinks I'm mad. He doesn't say it, but I know he thinks it. Is he right?
I do what I can to see that Idgrud's time isn't wasted, and that she only has to deal with important matters. That's what many here want. Now some worry this wizard Falion will foul it. Ah, you saw that. Life in Morthal has been troubled lately. The people... There's news of rebellion. And then... The men simply seek wisdom. Everything will be fine. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward. There aren't any houses for sale in Morthal, but if you're interested, I could sell you land in the Hold where you could build your own house. Excellent. We're glad to have you as a landowner in Hjalmarch. Here's the title to your steading. If you don't mind getting your feet wet, your best bet is to head north past the mill. The odd tomb or two along the way won't bother you. The land is on the coast, across from the Karth Delta from Solitude. An inspiring location, as you'll see.
Well, thank you.
Until next time.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask your other
Battleborn, give me your money.
I know you.
Welcome, child. Yorik's sister? Poor child. Magic runs deep in that family's bloodline. It's not always a blessing. Thank you for this. Something for your trouble. This is the Temple of Kinnareth. Of course, not as many pilgrims to the east. Our tree, even its name is an echo. I think if we had... But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal... Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for... It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after... Your spirit is strong. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
The mill is my responsibility. And that's what I care about. That's all. Understand?
May the gods watch. I'm just doing some building, eh? We can deliver it wherever you need. I'll have them hauled over right away. Doing some building, eh? I'll have them hauled over right away. Doing some building, eh? We can deliver it wherever you need. Sure thing, friend. I can use a break anyway. Good day.
the news from Helgen is true...
What would you have me do then?
What's
there's
the
no
meaning
telling
of this
what-
interruption? Jarl
My lord,
Balgrup is not
please.
receiving
This is
visitors.
no time for rash action. I just
Well,
think we need
that
more
explains why the
information
guards
before
let you
we
in.
act.
Come
I
on
just-
then. The Jarl will want to speak to you
Who's-
personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should... What do you say now, Provenza?
My
One
lord,
moment.
We should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
will view
mountains...
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents,
You must
perhaps.
help. We need to
Come,
convince my brother
let's
to do
go
more
find
for the Lord.
Farengar, my court wizard.
What would you have me do,
He's
Hrothgar?
been looking into a matter
brother is the
related to
Jarl.
these dragons
You know I
and
can't question his
rumors
judgment.
of dragons.
I'm not asking you to defy the Jarl, just to open his eyes. Use subtlety and suggestion to turn his thoughts to the wall. You're his steward. He'll listen to you.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrothgar. If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
Farengar, I think
Come to
I found
dragons-
someone who can help you with your
Yeah,
dragon
well,
project.
when I say fetch, you are eager to begin. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main. So, you wish to master the arcane arts. Off to
This is
Bleak
a
Falls
priority
Barrow
now.
with you. The Jarl is
Anything we
not a
can use to
patient
fight
man.
the dragon.
Neither am I, come to think of it.
We need
Yes,
it
my
quickly,
Thane. Do you...
before it's too
Of
late.
course, Thane. How can I be of service?
Of course, Jarl Bal
Lead on, my Thane.
to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawn Guard, too? Truth is, I'm a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you. Hey, don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess.
Well, well, you made it. Good. Isran's in the fort. He'll get you sorted out. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not surprised. Kind of a Dawn Guard specialty. Nothing better for putting down vampires. Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it if you really plan to join the Dawn Guard. I lost 2 wives to vampires. I will avenge them. It's good to know that I will not have to do it alone. I'm glad this Dawn Guard exists. You're not paying attention, then. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? They never took the threat seriously. The Vigilance mostly hunt down Daedra worshippers, which is why they got torn to pieces when they went up against vampires. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters. All right, then.
I heard what's going on. The vampires, the Dawn Guard, all of it. I wanted to help, so here I am.
Go on. He's right inside. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right. I have. There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance, and both equally dissatisfied with them. Their hearts are in the right place, of course, but Isran and I were never comfortable. We left together, but that partnership didn't last very long. I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside. Isran will want to talk to you.
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here.
So who are
Vigilance
you?
are under attack
What do
everywhere.
you want?
The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires. while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell her about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendarr granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You then.
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir to you, boy? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army.
Yes, sir. Isran.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my pa's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My pa's axe. Stendarr preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawn Guard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
Yes, a crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those critters.
Vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well, though. Jedon and Bressoff were no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
All this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigilant will wander here soon.
I wish Loki would hurry it up. I had half a mind to return to the castle and tell Farkan what a fool he can trust with this mission to.
I'm going to enjoy
I love it when dinner walks right into my arm.
Do your work. What are you doing?
My thanks. I feel better. Yes?
Never should have come. Oh!
I don't converse with my prey.
That it? That your best? Hey! What are you doing?
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here. So go and meet your beloved Stendar.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with the castle.
He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now, it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we... not return without it. Vingalmo and Ormond made bravely after this.
Yes, of course, Lokio. Do not forget who brought you news of the end.
I don't converse with my prey.
Who sent you here? I don't know who that is. Is he like me? Vampire, yes. That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders? Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened. Yes, it is. And it's mine. Nothing can destroy an Elder Scroll. Worry more about protecting your hide and let me worry about my things. I'm sorry, it's not that... Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand. It's on an island near Solitude. Hopefully we can find a boat to take us there. It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's around, I'll be safe. My father and... saying it out loud makes it sound so... common. Little girl who doesn't get along with her father. Read that story 100 times. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. I think I'll hang on to my things, thank you. Even in this weather, it's better than the cave. Hey, so, before we go in there, I wanted to thank you for getting me this far, but after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control than that. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
I watch the gate. Motels and death.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. My lord, everyone! Serana has returned!
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll?
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again. Then you will be prey, like all mortals. I will spare your life this one. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. Be still. Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread. Now listen to my words and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. Use the power of the ancient blood to transform into a Vampire Lord. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts. There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle, should you need to feed like the baser vampires to escape off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions? As a vampire, you will gain new powers, but also a weakness to sunlight. With each passing day that you do not feed, that weakness will become more deadly, but your powers will also become stronger. Feed upon those who are sleeping, and your vulnerability to sunlight will diminish along with your powers. Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
What meeting? I wasn't informed of any such thing.
Oh, I see. Well, I just assumed.
Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct the situation. Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct the situation. Well met, sister. Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct the situation. Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once.
You seem to have lost the gift that Lord Harkon gave you.
You dare show up here after becoming mortal, abandoning all that Lord Harkon has granted
he'll be
you.
gracious
You'd
enough
best
to make
find
you
him
one of
soon.
us again.
Ask him to change you back.
You have earned my trust, so I will share what I can. Serana and her mother disappeared long ago. I commanded every vampire in the court to look for them. In my heart, I know that it was my wife, Valerica, who... If I ever see her again, she will pay most dearly for that betrayal. What else do you want to know? Her name was Valerica. She is... I will say only... What else do you want to know? Very well.
How awkward for you.
Leave me in peace.
Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you.
Oh, what is it?
Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct the situation.
Leave me in peace.